Amelia Earhart, the fearless female aviator, captivated the world with her daring spirit and record-breaking flights. However, her fame took a dark turn when her plane vanished into thin air on July 2, 1937. Despite extensive search efforts, no trace of Amelia or her aircraft were ever found. The mystery of her disappearance continues to stir in the imagination of aviation enthusiasts and mystery lovers alike. With new theories and discoveries emerging every year, the search for the truth behind the plane that disappeared remains an ending tale of bravery and mystery. Join us as we delve into the untold story of Amelia Earhart and the mystery that continues to grip the world. Breaking barriers: Amelia Earhart's trailblazing journey as a female aviator. Amelia Earhart, born in 1897, was a woman ahead of her time. From a young age, she and her sister, Grace, nicknamed Pidge, were both known for their adventurous and energetic spirits. Unlike other girls of their era, they were raised by their mother, Amy, to embrace their wild side and live life to the fullest. This meant that they could often be found in bloomers, exploring the great outdoors and capturing insects and other wildlife. This love of adventure and thrill-seeking was evident in Amelia even as a child, and would later shape her into one of the most pioneering female aviators in history. Growing up, Amelia and Grace were encouraged to be themselves, without the pressure of conforming to societal expectations of what young ladies should be. Their mother believed in allowing her daughters to be free-spirited and adventurous, which laid the foundation for Amelia's fearless attitude and bold spirit. As a result, Amelia and Grace spent their days outside discovering new things and fostering their love for adventure. This love for excitement and thrill-seeking would eventually lead Amelia to become one of the most celebrated aviators of all time. From homemade roller coasters to reaching new heights. At the tender age of 7, Amelia's creativity and imagination knew no bounds. She decided to build a roller coaster and attached it to her family's tool shed. Full of excitement and a thirst for adventure, Amelia threw herself down the slide, even though she got hurt in the process. But her love for thrill and excitement was greater than the pain. She was so exhilarated that she immediately ran to her sister and proclaimed that it felt like flying. At the Iowa State Fair, when she was 10, she saw an aircraft for the first time, but wasn't interested in it. However, after witnessing the suffering of soldiers in World War II, she decided to become a nurse. In 1918, she caught the Spanish flu while nursing others, but used her recovery time to study mechanics and play the banjo. At an air show she attended later that year, a pilot attempted to scare her and her friend, but she was unfazed. This experience inspired her to pursue flying. She saved and borrowed money from her mother to enroll in flying school in 1921, taught by another woman aviator. To fit in, she cut her hair and wore a brown leather flying jacket that she slept in to break in. After 6 months, she bought her first plane, a used Kinner Airster named the Canary, and set the woman's altitude record by reaching 14,000 feet in it. From ground to glory, the rise of the Queen of the Air, Amelia Earhart. During the 1920s financial crisis, funds were scarce and the individual in question had to sell their Canary. They then took on work as both a teacher and social worker. Despite their situation, they remained passionate about aviation and wore articles promoting women in the field. One day at work, they received a call from Captain Hilton H. Riley asking if they wanted to fly across the Atlantic, which made them the first female passenger to do so. After landing in Southampton, England, they were greeted with enthusiasm by the locals and even the female mayor. Later, they mentioned in an interview that they were just seen as baggage during the flight and expressed a desire to fly solo one day. Upon returning to the U.S., they became known as the Queen of the Air and were recognized as an associate editor at Cosmopolitan and had several product endorsements. They continued to work towards their own flying achievements. First woman to fly solo across the Atlantic. In 1928, Amelia Earhart made history as the first female to fly solo across the North American continent and return. In 1931, she broke the world record for the highest altitude reached by an aircraft with a height of 18,415 feet. Later that year, she married her publisher George Putnam after he had proposed to her 6 times. In a letter delivered to her husband on their wedding day, Earhart stated that she would not expect him to be faithful to her, nor would she be bound to him in a similar manner. She chose to keep her surname and view their marriage as a partnership of equal control. On May 20th, 1932, Earhart embarked on what was considered her greatest feat as she became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. The flight took almost 15 hours and she landed her Lockheed Vega 5B in Ireland, where she greeted the locals who asked if she had flown far. Earhart simply replied, "From America." Earhart set out on her final journey in 1937. In 1937, as she was approaching her 40th birthday, Earhart expressed that she had a feeling that she had one more good flight left in her. That flight was planned to be a journey around the world. On July 2nd, 1937, Earhart and her navigator Fred Noonan set off from Lae in New Guinea towards Howland Island in the Pacific, a small landmass located 2,200 miles away. They had special navigation plans in place and were to communicate with the U.S. Coast Guard's ship, the Itasca, near Howland Island. With the help of direction-finding equipment, Earhart was expected to navigate easily. However, after departing from Lae, she faced difficulties due to overcast skies and rain. Some witnesses claimed that the radio antenna might have been damaged. As they approached Howland Island, communication became inconsistent and inadequate for determining the direction, leading to confusion. The last transmission from Earhart was at 8:43 a.m., in which she stated, "We're running north and south." Earhart vanished into the skies. The U.S. Coast Guard cutter Itasca was dispatched to find Earhart and her navigator Fred Noonan after their missed landing on Howland Island, but the search proved fruitless. Despite continuing efforts by search parties and various organizations, no trace of Earhart, Noonan, or their aircraft was ever found. This led to their being legally declared dead on January 5, 1939. In a letter addressed to her husband, Earhart spoke of her recognition of the dangers involved in her adventure, but expressed her unwavering desire to take on the challenge as a way of inspiring other women. Earhart's pioneering spirit and her passion for aviation has made her one of the most celebrated female figures in history. Her bravery and her relentless pursuit of her dreams, despite the obstacles she faced, continue to inspire countless people to this day. In conclusion, Amelia Earhart's legacy continues to inspire generations with her unwavering spirit of courage and determination. She serves as a reminder that anything can be achieved with a dream and the determination to chase it. Let us be motivated by her bravery and continue to shatter limitations and challenges ourselves. Don't forget to spread the word and show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our content. Until next time, let's keep soaring high and reaching for the skies.